And welcome back to the Nose Plays Endless Legend. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I spent 2 hours playing last night and got to a really interesting place, and I couldn't resist not picking it back up since I have a little time this morning. So we're probably going to play for another hour, maybe two. I don't know if I'll go that long this time around, but I want to see if we can salvage that really rough start that I helped contribute to by some poor choices early on, which I talked about a little bit in the last video. I think we finally got to the point where our economy is going to be rolling, and we should be able to start developing military and really expanding our cities into some very, very powerful economic forces. So we do have a number of locations making military units now. We're going to have two small armies. They're not going to be very good armies, but they're better than nothing. We also have several regions that we want to try to grab, including this region here to the south of us, this region to the west, and then this region to the north. So we got 3 more locations that we want to try to pick up. That's going to be minus 30 approval, and this approval is actually being helped by a significant number of boosters. So we're going to have to figure out how to fix more approvals problems if we're going to do all of that expansion. We do need to be aware that green has conquered a fair amount of the ocean, and so these regions are technically up for grabs by green through sea travel. So we've got a lot of stuff going on here. One thing that I haven't done yet is I haven't talked to this guy about whether or not he would be interested in peace. He is not interested in peace. If I market ban remove him, he's a lot closer to that. Is there anything else I could get from him? I could give him... Yeah, he's not interested in that. Pearls? He loves pearls, and I have a lot of pearls. But we're not going to give him that many pearls. Let's see if we give him... how many we can get. Okay. So 31 pearls and market ban removal will give us peace with green. But I don't have enough influence this turn to make that happen. So maybe next turn we do that. Green's going to have most of the map uncovered because of their units that they start with, the Skyfin and whatnot. And so getting peace with green actually could turn into a really profitable situation for us. We actually have a couple cargo docks we could get down and level up. And if we could get sea trade with green, that would be pretty amazing for us economically. In fact, green might be the best player to ally with. If we do just want to win the game. So they're one of the 2 strongest forces in the game. Yellow has sent an army into our territory. That's a little bit concerning. A bunch of units level. Population has grown. A number of things have been completed. That's good. We've discovered grass silk and titan bones. That is excellent. We definitely need to consider getting those collected, and some adamantium deposits, which is also okay. Unfortunately, no palladium deposits yet. We need to check. Looks like this becomes a much more valuable region for us because it has a palladium deposit. This becomes a much more valuable region, so those are definitely 2 things that we're going to want to get as quickly as possible so we can get the income from those buildings. Alright, so we've moved into the next tier, and I said that the very first thing that we're going to grab is this. And the reason that we're going to grab that, if we go to one of our cities and we look here, You can see that we're getting minus 60 from expansion disapproval. This is going to reduce this by about 15, so this is essentially worth 15 approval in all of our cities, and that's going to help significantly, especially once these boosters wear off. We're definitely going to need that. Also, we have a lot of things to build right now, so we're not really too worried about not having something to build. All right, we've reached tier 3. It's time to get this guy up and in advanced equipment. We have a fair amount of glass steel, so we could consider glass steel armor, but I'm going to use buyouts to get that. So what I'm going to do first of all is we're just going to put him in tier 3 equipment. And these are our frontline troops. And then trinket-wise, I'm debating, we don't really need that. Glory and Death, Faction Slayer, Last Resort, improved initiative or improved damage. I think maybe we just leave this empty. I'll put the movement one in there for now. It's not really that great. Improved movement 3 adds 1 movement to battle but 3 movement to the map. It also adds a small amount of initiative. Not sure whether that's really that important. +1 battle movement is already given there. This makes our units much more expensive. I'm actually going to take this off, and I'll explain why a little bit later. We can add it on once we do the retrofit, as well as some of these other armors potentially on these units. And then I'm going to edit this unit, and we're going to do something similar. So we're going to go with bows, level 3 armor, and then I'm going to take this off and save that. And then our settler, I am going to edit, and we are going to take this off for the tier 3 version. I'm not going to bother upgrading his equipment. I don't think that's necessary, and it does make settlers longer to produce. But the movement can sometimes be helpful. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and remove that as well. And we can always retrofit that and then buy it out faster than we can get it built. Okay. Our current army, we could retrofit this for 0 because we're taking off an item, I guess. I'm curious if we should do that. It'll reduce our movement speed significantly on the map, but we're not really moving around all that much right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that and give them better equipment and make them a little bit more viable militarily. Alright, so what else do we got going on? Obtain 50 of one luxury resource and 50 of one strategic resource in your empire. Really close to this one. We're not very close to either of these, although we are getting 4 a turn here. So perhaps that won't take too long to get. We'll probably let the spice hit that so we can get this done. I'm going to go ahead and clear this for now. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Got another army down here. Need to get that completed. I think we should probably go ahead and buy out this dervish. Just so we have one full army for now. He's only running around with 3 units. So I'm not super concerned that he's going to have massively better armies than us. I would like to get that. Okay, that's going to be done in 1 turn. That's good. And then dust-wise, we can buy out some of these. Let's get the science buildings done. Approval-wise, this is probably fine. We're not going to buy out those military units yet. Thought we had, yeah, here we go. We could just buy out all these tier 1 buildings. That's going to be useful to us. And let's get these expanded up where I can actually see things a little better. Okay. Maybe something like that. All right. Looks like we have another dust eclipse, so that's good. Unfortunately, we did just completely nuke our movement speed of our military units, which is unfortunate because that's really a valuable stat when you're trying to pick up these extra dust caches that show up in all of this territory. We can still move pretty far though, as you can see. Let's go ahead and move this unit all the way up here. We'll go ahead and retrofit him, and we should be able to get a bunch of these caches that are about to pop up next turn. We could also pull one of our heroes out, or most of our heroes out. We have 2 of them. One of our heroes is over here in this region. I don't see any caches over here necessarily, although there are 2 back here we could go grab. So it might be worth pulling her out to go grab those. And then our other hero is up here. This cache is not available to us because of a quest. There's no caches this direction. But we could make them an army on this city, and then we could grab these 2 caches if they pop up, and maybe that one as well. So we'll consider that. Do we want to go ahead and do this preemptively? I think we should, actually. So let's preemptively do this. Let's go ahead and let's go to our heroes. Let's take him, unassign him, and then create army on city. I need to find the name of this city. This city is Averily. So we are going to create army on city here. And then let's inspect him and get him retrofitted with the appropriate gear. We have enough for this. And I can throw him in titanium armor. And then we want the movement trinket for now, which means I'm going to pull this one off. Alright, go ahead and upgrade him. And then he also had a stat, which we want to grab this. This is the one that I really like, building production cost reduced. So we'll get that one next. And then because we haven't moved him yet, we can go ahead and move him and grab some pearls and get all the way down to here. And then this will allow us to grab that, and then head over this direction. Okay. And that was his level up, so he actually just leveled up. And then our second hero we wanted to bring out. Where did we want him? Oh yes, we were just going to bring him out right here and then go and preemptively search those. So, second hero we will also unassign. I need to see what city. This is Angren. Create army on city of Angren. And then let's retrofit her as well. Weapon-wise, we can give her the same weapon. Armor-wise, I'll go ahead and put her in titanium as well. Trinket-wise, go ahead and put her with that. Apply. And I should be able to move her over here for now. And we can end the turn with that. This actually has 1 point of movement, so we'll keep moving. She has a little bit of movement. We're going to not bother with that. And then let's just check all of our empires. So we got that coming down. I got 300 dust. Can I buy anything out? Anything that's not... Okay, that would be worth buying out potentially. Titanium extractor. Let's get that bought out. Anything else? Okay, so that's going to be it for this turn. I'll go ahead and queue that up as well. Alright, another turn down. I need to get 2 settlers out here very quickly. Dust Eclipse is here. Be the first empire to tame all 3 Urkins and unlock 13 of their special abilities. They're going to go ahead and market ban nullify us. I forgot to go back and talk to them. They're willing to do peace. Oh, now they're not because they've already market ban nullified us. Okay, well... if I give them Glory to the Empire, Imperial Coinage... Let's go ahead and give them Imperial Coinage. This is interesting. So, they wanted market ban removal even though they didn't have access to the market. Although I guess they could technically have access to the military. We'll give them that for peace. Can I get something in return? Boarding vessels, fire ships, aristocratic promotion. They're not going to give us any of those really good technologies. But I could get boarding vessels. This is the one that I really like, and reaping stations is another that I really like, but they're not interested in giving us those at all. I could get boarding vessels for free. I don't really want boarding vessels all that much, though. So they'll take language square. No, they don't want language square. It actually makes it worse. I want to give them imperial coinage because it does allow them to buy stuff from the marketplace. What can I get? Okay, so we could get one of these technologies. Creates ocean trade routes. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this for... Whoa! There we go. Okay, that's making sense now. And again, we can't afford this. Gosh darn it, I keep goofing this up. They're not interested in a commercial agreement. Alchemy workshop they might be interested in. Will they declare war on yellow? Nope. Not even for that. Alright. We're just going to skip this again. They're damaging our fortifications in Otha. That could mean that they're getting ready to attack this, and that would be problematic. Let's put all of this back over here. And let's buy out some military units. So I can buy out one military unit for now. Okay, that's the Urkin quest. Armies are kind of all tied up doing different things at the moment. Oh crap, I think I wasted a turn of this. Okay, neither of these actually popped up as potential sites that we could get. So that was kind of a waste for this hero to even come down here. I guess we'll go pick up pearls. And we might be able to get that one. So that one is available. Alright, over here. This hero can grab that. Titan bones, that's helpful. And then pick this up. 100 dust, okay. And then what's the closest? There's one right here. We can almost get there. Alright, and then our army's up here. Search that first. Palladian. Search that second. Night Hammer is a bow made of adamantium, which is really, really good. That's actually a great find for us because we have two ranged class heroes. What else? Is there any more over here that I can pick up? It doesn't appear that there are any other dust deposits. So I guess we'll head over towards these pearls for now. No, towards the pearls. Okay. Bread and circuses has been completed. Okay, what do we want to grab next? I think this is the next thing we definitely want to grab. That is going to greatly help our approval problems, and then maybe this one to improve trade routes. Let's take a look at our approval now. Alright, we're up to fervent, so that's good. And yeah, you were going over here to this. Okay, everything's looking good so far. We've got green in our territory again. I have 300, but I don't think that's enough to do what I was looking at doing. They really like bread and circuses, actually. I get cargo docks. If I give them bread and circuses or imperial coinage, still the only technology they'll give me is boarding ships. Oh wait, here we go. Which of these buildings is going to be most beneficial for us? So if we do this, it's still just out of reach. Alright, we'll leave this in the queue and we'll do it this turn. I can't afford to be at war with two different empires, and I'm fairly certain that Yellow is heading towards war with us. Gosh darn it, I gotta wait another frickin' turn. That's going to use up all of our influence too, which is really going to hurt our empire plan, unfortunately. Right, they got military units moving around in our territory again. Quite a few, actually. This is the city that they were reducing the fortifications onto. Alright, let's get that. That, and then get the heck out of here. We need this army heading down to help out the city that's being scouted, which is all the way down here. That's going to take several turns, but I could fix that by giving us our trinket back. We do have plenty of dust. Right, this hero's leveled up again. We can increase trade routes. Zero expansion disapproval generation on city. That reduces expansion generation by 1. That's actually not bad. I think I might actually take that point instead of the trade route point, because we're not really struggling for dust yet, but we are struggling for approval. And then, is she still... She's got 2 more turns before she can... So let's go ahead and move her down here. And let's get her close to this city so she can participate in any fights that might happen. Down here, I'm going to buy out another dervish. And a Kasai. And Glory of the Empire. And then up here, I doubt we can afford this. But I was thinking of upgrading all of these guys with the movement trinket. I think we're going to pass on that. We're getting close to turn 100, which means right after turn 100, I want to settle those 3 territories all at once. So we're going to need 3 settlers between now and then. This city's making military units. I'm going to switch them up to settlers, and we're actually going to move all of these over here and reduce this by 3 turns so we don't completely cripple our growth. Before I do that, just out of curiosity, if we move this out of the queue, we're 1 turn away from a growth actually. So let's go ahead and grow by 1, and then we'll move the settler into the queue and move all these over. Okay, so I've got a settler there. I'm going to need another settler down here. And right of way can be bought out. We're 5 turns away from another population growth here, so we'll just move all of this over for now. And then this needs to build a settler. And we can probably get that done even quicker. I'm going to actually finish this borough first, and then we'll finish building the settler. Okay, I think that's good for that turn. Let's get our units moving ASAP. Facility revealed. Glimpse of a new era. Population, construction, let's go here. Let's talk to this guy. He's still interested in this. Can I get anything else out of you? Yes, I can get boarding vessels. Okay. And then do you have any... He's got 3 spices. Alright, let's just go with this. Gosh darn it. So now, because I added boarding vessels, it's not affordable. Every time I... Whatever, let's just do this. Are you willing to do a map exchange? No. Alright. I'm going to compliment you, and we're going to try the map exchange in a little while. Alright, this hero and this hero are both pretty close to this city now. I have 3 units in the city with the hero on top of it. We can buy out right of way and Glory of the Empire here. I'm Dust is not a problem, but influence is, so I'm going to go ahead and buy this out just so we get a few extra turns of that. That's the settler we're building. Alright, we got another army going down there. And this is the one that we just got a new population, so I'm going to move the settler to the front of the queue now and move all of this over here and get this done in 3 turns. This hero can go back to our city. He has a lower cooldown because of one of his abilities, so we can put him in there. And this army can probably go here as well, and that will help him get experience per turn. I'll explain that in a minute. Alright, I think this is a good spot, so everybody's building what we need. We're approaching turn 100. I'm going to get 3 new territories, which will be nice, and we're getting really close to winter again, which kind of sucks. Alright, resource boosters have ended. Let's take a look at how bad our approval is. We're actually still sitting at 50% approval, so that's not bad, even with our boosters falling off. First thing I want to do is finish buying this out. And then maybe grabbing a watchtower near the city so that they can't sneak around over here quite as easily. Their units can actually move into our territory even with closed borders if they're invisible, which is kind of a problem. We definitely need to start getting watchtowers down. And then this city, I can assign this hero to this city, but I don't really want to assign the hero there. Well, actually, I kind of do. At least in the short term, it wouldn't be a bad idea. Alright, we'll go ahead and assign her to this city for the short term. That should improve my approval in that city because it will reduce the expansion disapproval for this particular city. I think it only applies to this though. Or maybe not. Alright, this army is going to go and garrison in here. And this... Oh crap, that puts our... Okay, well let's get our cargo dock built. We don't need this settler right away anyways. We can get the cargo dock in 5 turns or 7 turns if we move this back to dust. Let's go ahead and do it in 5. This can buy out a watchtower. Let's save that dust for a second and see if there's something better we could put it into. Glory of the Empire would definitely be better in the short term. Are there any watchtowers? Let's try to get some watchtowers on our border here. Size being built. This can be bought out. That settler needs to be finished. Actually, I have a dock here we can build, which would be good. And what else? What else? What else? I want to leave this on industry for now. This city's unhappy, so the next thing we might want to buy out is central markets. Reaping station in 1 turn, that's good. I'm going to go ahead and end this, and then are we close? We need to get these built up as much as possible so we can pop as many of these boosters right before we lay down these 3 cities. Okay, we got all kinds of proposed contracts here. They would like a bunch of spices for titanium. I'm going to counter proposal. I don't want to give up my spices, and I don't really need your titanium. But technologies are definitely things that I would be willing to give you. Cargo docks helps us out. Do you have anything that you would be willing to give me? So this is interesting. They're not willing to give us any kind of military tech, really. I'd really like smelting station, but that's going to be really hard because it's going to require me to give him 2. Yeah, even 2 doesn't even come close to getting smelting station. Advanced armor is not very helpful. Topography is not very helpful. Aqua ballistics, that's another one they're not willing to give up. Why would they want spices? They can't even use food. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I'd like to make a deal with you guys, but let me take a look at your luxury resources. I have none. What I'd really like you guys to do is declare war on yellow. I would be willing to give up a technology for that. But they're not even remotely interested in that. Are you interested in pearls? They don't care a ton for pearls. Are you interested in a commercial agreement? They're not opposed to a commercial agreement. Commercial agreement for cargo docks. They've accepted. These guys would actually like peace as well. That's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and accept peace with them as well for now. So now we're at peace with almost everybody, and that should give us an opportunity to slow down our military. Be the first to attack and defeat at least 10 other empires in order to gain. Somebody else has gotten this. Okay. Empire plan is imminent. Population has grown. Reaping station has been learned, and now what do we need to do? Well, there's a number of things that I would really like to do. Buyout cost reduction would be great for us because our economy is almost solely based on dust. However, we do need some things to build, so let's do them in this order first. And get the second tier of trade routes going in our entire empire. And get our economy snowballing from this point forward. Central markets can be bought out. We have all kinds of luxury resources that we need to get down. Titan Bones is where? Not seeing it. There it is. I have to move one of these guys out. Hey, Ghostbuster. Glad you enjoyed your movie. Right, we can buy out a few other things. Titan Bones, Titan Bones. Where are Titan Bones? There it is. And Quicksilver. Alright, that's good for now. Okay, and then let's just start buying stuff out. So anything we can afford to buy out, we should probably do it. It looks like the only thing we can afford to buy out is that, so that's the one we're gonna do. Alright, let's see if we can get a map exchange from him now. Maps change and a commercial agreement for bread and circuses. Ooh, I can actually get some of these other ones. Meritocratic promotion would be nice. Native district wouldn't be terrible. Shipyard, public granary, hydrology. Alchemical alloys gives us the opportunity to build some really good stuff, but native districts could give us a big boost to science. Let's take a look here. We have Sisters of Mercy, which provide health regen. Haunts provides science. We have 3 of them. Jodas provide vision. These provide fortification, and these we already have. 15% science wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, Native District does sound like it could be the best of the ones that we have options for. Alright. Ah, good grief. Every time. Alright, it's going to take us 1 turn to get the... influence to make that happen. So we actually managed to get peace with all 3 of our neighbors at the moment. I don't know if we're going to keep it that way in the long term, but... And I still don't have enough. Good grief. Alright, for a period of 5 turns, exploit 7 anomalies and produce 50 influence within your empire to get traders' tents, which are just more trade boosting stuff. We finally got this finished, so now we can spend our resources that I've been stockpiling. I'm 4 turns away. I could buy this out, which I think I should do. I don't really need to buy it out quite this early. Let's go ahead and buy out the docks get some of these Titan bones since we already have a small amount of stockpile in Titan bones. This settler can be not bought out. No reason to buy him out. Is there anything else I can buy out? Watchtower. I don't really need to buy out a watchtower, do I? I'd rather just get it built under its own power. Alright, and then we should be able to get this now. They're not interested. How did this go so badly? Map exchange. Commercial agreement. Native district. Bread and circuses. Meritocratic promotion. Why does this keep getting more and more expensive? It's like getting more expensive. Thanks for the tip on watchtowers. Have a good day, man. This is kind of frustrating because every time I get an agreement that I can do, I can't afford it, and then I come back to do it and it doesn't work again. So things are constantly in flux, unfortunately, with these guys. We're just gonna save our influence at this point and try to do something with our empire plan, I think. Alright, we've got the settler made here. Create a new army with this settler, and we're going to send him probably right there. Yeah, that's almost certainly the spot we want to settle on. Sets up for cargo docks, and it gives us an anomaly, so that's where he's going to be for now. This guy is going to move up here, probably on this Titan Bones. Sounds like the best spot to me. There is a spot up here with an anomaly, but it's not approval based. Neither is this one though. Proposed contract. Spices for dye. Counter proposal. Map exchange. For a bunch of glass steel? That's a lot of glass steel for a map exchange. Bread and circuses. And then you guys give me native district and that. And spices. Once again, can't afford it. Alright, well, whatever. Accepted contract. Good. Research is complete. Alright, so we now have vision of basically the entire world, because green has basically been everywhere. What we do know is that there is another region here that we could probably grab if we're quick, but we won't be able to grab it this turn. This guy needs to get down here and find a good spot. And this is a dangerous region for us to be in, so I don't want to be in it for very long. None of these apply an approval bonus. Probably over here then. I could also just like, well, let's just move him to here for now. I could just like grab that, and then we could use Setseke Ho to move him over here once it's safe to do so. Because this still had a bunch of lice in it. But at least if we dropped right there, we would be getting Glasssteel every turn. Alright, we're 2 turns away from dropping all of our settlers. Let's take a peek here. I've got enough to pop 1, 2. I'm going to get 4 wine per turn. I need to get above 40, so that's 3 boosters. Titan Bones is the only one that we're not going to be able to get right away. Can we buy any Titan Bones? There is quite a bit. So let's go ahead and buy 10 Titan Bones. That's going to put us not quite there. Another 10 would put us within range of being able to pop this booster as well. So we can buy another 10. And that lets us pop all 4 of our boosters on turn 100, right before we drop 3 cities. And that'll probably be turn 101 is where we'll end the video today. I think we're going to do a really good job of getting everything done that we needed to. I'm going to buy that out. And we're going to end the turn. Proposed contract. They want a bunch of spices for titanium. So they're going to keep asking for this. I don't want their titanium. A research agreement. For all of our dust. I can do that. Accepted. Yellow has acquired a legendary deed. One of our heroes has leveled up. We're going to move right up the tree here. And unfortunately, next turn is our Empire plan, and we are completely out of influence. We do, however, have the ability to create as much influence as possible for 1 turn by doing this to all of our cities, and maybe, just maybe, that gives us enough to pull off some kind of an empire plan. Is that everybody? Yeah. Okay. So that's going to give us around 300-ish influence, which probably isn't a lot. Definitely not enough to do much, but enough to do something. Still positive on dust, even with nobody working dust, which is good. Okay, this is unfortunate timing. These lice have moved right onto the tile we wanted to move on to. Winter's started. Populations have changed. We'll have empty construction to deal with. Alright, Empire plan. We can actually get that completed. Since we're not going to be building military units, that's not terrible. It's not ideal. I would really like to be getting something more like that. But considering all the deals we've made, this will have to do for now. Okay, we're going to pop all of our boosters. And then we're going to move all of our settlers in and drop them one at a time and create new cities. Can I get away? Like, that's probably the best tile I can get. Other than just moving here to get the glass steel. Alright, we're going to move him here. You cannot settle on non-constructible terrain. What the hell? I'm not on non-constructible terrain. This region is still occupied by lice. That's why I can't build a city there. Well, that is a problem. Fortunately, I can grab those pearls real quick and then move right back. And then this guy is a dervish. He's not even my settler. I really goofed up. Okay, well, we can set Skeho, which we will have to do. Go ahead and settle there. Ready to assimilate a new one. We're going to go ahead and grab the Haunts. We can't do it yet. Oh, never mind, the Drogeshi. That's the one I wanted. Alright. Okay, we have a number of cities that are in need of building, and we have this ready to go. We're going to move everything to dust and check food in all of our cities real quick. Put one over there. We'll need two over there. And one over there. And one over there. And that's really not going to matter. Okay. And then as far as construction is concerned, let's start getting this queued up in all of our cities. This city, can I buy anything out? Probably not. Not with 80 dust. So it doesn't make sense to do much of anything. I'll just put one turn of construction into that, but it won't actually do anything because... Or no, this city is fine. This is the one that's in a good spot. So let's just get all of the basic buildings down, and we'll go from there. That one's going to move. This is the one that we don't need to build anything in because we're traveling. Alright, so then the lice is a problem. We can't take this this territory while the lice are here. So I'm going to have to move an army down there to take care of them. We have her And armies can now be 6, so we need to get 2 more military units or grab 2 from one of these neighboring cities. I was building some military units. This one, okay, I've got 2 ready to go. I'm gonna cancel. No, actually, I'll just move these to the back of the queue for now. We'll go ahead and create this army. Send them down. And then we'll create a new army for her. Assign her to lead it. And get them all together as a single stack. And then we'll use this army to clear out the lice as quickly as we can. And then use this settler to get this region just a few turns later than I anticipated. Up here we have a dervish. I'm not going to do anything with him. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and move him back to the city where he came from. We'll need to build more lookout towers, but not right this second. Alright, and then just double check that all of our cities are building something important. So everybody but this city. I guess this lookout tower is kind of important. Although not as important as it was. End the turn, and that's where we'll end the video for today. So I feel like, overall, with a few minor errors again, we managed to complete what I was hoping to complete. New quest has been added. Temple ruins have been located in Randair. Find a way to capture the region, city, and make sure it has been destroyed for 25 moon leaf. Show location. That is really far away from us. Holy moly. Okay, so there's a lot of territory south of us that hasn't been claimed. That might be how we get over here. We'll have to see if we can't sneak across the water here and like circle around yellow, since they don't seem to be expanding into those territories very quickly. So that's good to know. So we're in a good position there. I think all of our units have moved as much as they can. I can go ahead and grab those pearls and set up to grab those ones next turn. This guy can grab those pearls first and then head on down to clear out the lice. We'll want to make sure we double check our units, retrofit them if we need to. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and retrofit them now. I don't know that that did much. And then on her, we're going to add the army damage boost trinket, which is this guy. Apply that for sure. Movement trinket I could replace with something else, like a damage trinket. Also, I forgot to replace her shield with the tier 3 shield, so we'll apply that. I should do the same thing with my other hero, because I'm certain that he needs the tier 3 shield as well. Yeah. Alright. So, cleaned up a few things. This needs to be moved to there. And reclaimed. Then this can now be built. Let's start with that. Okay, that's all we can get done there. What about here? Can't quite buy this one out yet. If I sell like one thing, we can buy it out. Let's sell 10 glass steel. Buy that out. That will be worth our time. All right. Let's go ahead and pin that quest. How do I pin this? Am I missing something? We now have traders' tents, so that's good. I don't know why I can't pin this quest, but whatever. I think we're in a good spot to stop, so thank you for joining me again. I hope that this has been as educational for you as it has been for me, and we're going to continue to try to snowball our economy. So over the next 20 turns or so, the main objectives that I'm going to be focusing on is getting cargo docks and getting this trade agreement with the Alayi going very, very well. Also, finishing off our army, so we have a little bit of army here and here, and then trying to expand into this southern region and head over towards Randare, which we don't even know who the blue player is yet, although we probably can figure it out. I forget. This looks like Ardent Mage's buildings, if I'm not mistaken. So I think these are the Ardent Mages. We might try to get in a fight with them, but we'll see. It's difficult to get into a fight with regions that you don't have a war with because of obviously our inability to declare war. But getting an alliance with one or more of the players that we're currently at peace with is another option. So we'll see what we can do. Yellow is definitely feeling the pressure here. They are surrounded on all sides by different empires. And so it's curious. This region is probably all controlled by pink. But yeah, things are going well, and we'll continue this one later this week. I'll probably be playing some Endless Space 2 later today, so if you get a chance and you want to come and watch me play some Endless Space 2, please join me for that. Otherwise, that video and this video will be up sometime today. Until then, this has been The Nose Plays, and you guys have a wonderful day.